Hey, it's Brent Webb. Today, we're talking about the warning signs, danger, danger, that you have or are about to have a problem child. It's today on Mind Power for Kids. When I look back at childhood, I think about my decisions when I came into adolescence. The early years were perfectly happy and normal, but the later years, well, they led me to places that made me cringe just when I think back on it. I can pinpoint the triggers that caused the good and the bad choices. I can do that now, but a 10-year-old boy has no ability to understand what is happening in that moment. As parents, it's an important duty to monitor our child and their activities. This allows us to decipher what paths they are headed down. When you just focus on punishment and not the root of the issue, there's a good chance that he or she could become a problem child. Here are some of the common signs of a child heading in the wrong direction. Now, it's important to recognize these and take the appropriate steps to guide your child back down a positive path. So, what's the first warning sign? Well, it's mood swings. Every one of us experiences the occasional change in mood. Teenagers with exploding hormones, in particular, are prone to ups and downs. The key here is to determine if the lows and highs are too excessive, or if your child quickly shifts from euphoria to depression, seemingly without cause. Be empathetic and a source of stability. Be calm. Adding to the drama will only make things worse. Finally, try to get your child to communicate what is truly going on, what they're truly feeling in the moment. Next, hiding things. When you find out that your children have been hiding something, even if it's trivial, it should tell you that they have just entered into suspect behavior. At the very least, they're creating habits of secrecy. It either says they're fine with bad behavior or they don't trust you. Each of those is extremely dangerous. Next, dropping grades. If a child is getting lower than their normal grades, something is wrong somewhere. Now, it could be a learning disability, it could be laziness, it could be needing more instruction, or it could be any number of social or domestic issues. It could also be a sign of depression or discontentment. Get to the core of the matter instead of just punishing. Next, sudden changes of friends. Making new friends is a good thing. A red flag is when they stop spending time with one friend group and start hanging out with a totally new group of people. It's important to find out why, what they're drawn to in that new group, and what the breakdown was with their former friends. Relationships have a complexity, and kids need their parents sometimes help navigating them. Breakdowns in friendships hurt. Wounded hearts often gravitate to unhealthy coping mechanisms to numb or distract from the pain. Next, fluctuating weight. I know about this one. Sudden weight loss and gain are normally associated with an unhealthy desire to be in control. Being a child can feel turbulent and unstable. As a way to deal with the stress, eating disorders or mass consumption can emerge. With these dysfunctional coping strategies, food can easily be replaced by drugs and alcohol or cutting as a way to control feelings. Those feelings of fear, those are feelings of anxiety, those are feelings of insecurity. Remember back when you were a teenager, remember how strong those feelings were. Next, personality changes. Now, puberty is bound to bring some personality changes, but keep an eye on it. When a generally upbeat kid becomes more pessimistic or an outgoing kid becomes quieter, there is something driving the negative change. Perhaps they're doing things they know you wouldn't approve of, or they're being bullied at school. Maybe they're desperate for approval that they just aren't getting. Ask them questions such as, do you feel like your world is changing a bit? How do you feel about that? You may also try, when I was your age, this one, when I was your age, I had a hard time. How are you coping with the changes going on around you? Those are great questions to ask. Next, changing the way they dress. Oh, this is a big one. Ask questions and be in a safe place for your kids as they try to navigate through life. That's pretty much what you're doing. It's fine to experiment with new looks. After all, kids don't develop a full sense of identity until they're in their mid-20s. However, a sudden change in dress and image could be more than experimenting. It might be a deep sign of insecurity. Starting to wear more revealing clothing tends to be a step towards sexual activity, while baggy or, overly covered body parts might be a sign they're hiding something. When a kid always wears long sleeves, even when it's warm, they might be hiding scars from self-cutting. It's been said before, get to the heart of the issues. And to do that, you have to ask questions. You have to create a safe place for your kids. They are navigating this life. And remember, we're all born with the most amazing supercomputer ever invented. We're never given the manual. We're never told how to operate it. It's all those things we never learned in school. That brings me to my brand new program. It's Mind Power for Kids. It's been in the works for years, and I'm so excited about it. Instead of me talking about it, in less than a minute, let one of my clients tell you about her experience with Mind Power for Kids. Here's Angie.
Brent helped me create a belief in myself that I didn't even know was possible. And then I was able to give that gift of peace and joy to my daughter, which obviously is priceless. I really believe this program should be taught in all elementary schools across the world. It's that amazing. There's no more crying. There's no more crying. There's just smiles and happiness and self-confidence in herself. This is what you've been looking for. This is what I was looking for. This is, when you get like the chills in that moment where you're just like, this was it. It's just transformative.
She's right. This is something that should be taught in every school in the world. If you want some more information to get on the wait list, it is not released yet, but it's coming soon. Go to mindpowerforkids.org and sign up now. You'll be notified when it's available. That's all I got for you today. Go out and enjoy yourself. Remember, don't worry, be happy, feel good. See you soon.